What's up, guys? It's Shy. Today we're going to talk about how to move like Shotzzy, how to move like Frosty, Denoxide, all those great players that have really mastered the movement mechanics of this game. And there's a lot that goes into this. It's a big question to tackle, so I'm going to try to do it in parts, and I also want to do it in quick parts. I don't want to just give you like 10 to 20 minute videos every time and just overload you with information. So let's just talk about some of the jumps that I did in the very beginning of this video. I did what was a thrust slide jump, stabilize, like the bum jump, and then I did a jump back clamber up on the windowsill, followed by another bum jump to get up here, and then one more right here, which I just missed right there, but you get the point. So this jump is a really useful jump that you can use in a lot of different scenarios, and the beauty of it is it gets you up onto certain ledges and just certain places without burning, or not burning, without using a clamber. And when you clamber, you can get shot by people, right? That's a moment in time where you slow down the progress of your movement and somebody can shoot you in the face because you can't shoot while you're clambering. So it's important to know the areas in the map that you can jump over without burning, or sorry, without clambering, so you can move around as quickly as possible. Now, in the first part of the sequence, I use what's called the bum jump. I jump, a thrust slide jump, which I'm going to assume you know what a thrust slide jump is. Just run, sprint forward, thrust, slide, and then jump out of it. The best thrust slide jump is a thrust slide jump where you pop yourself out the moment you start sliding. So thrust, slide, immediate jump after. So you really want to pop yourself. If you pop yourself, then you can make sure that you can thrust, or so you can stabilize earlier. The earlier you get that stabilize out, the higher you're going to go. So you want to pop yourself immediately, thrust slide jump, pop yourself, stabilize, crouch in the air. Crouch after the stabilize. Now, when you're stabilizing, you'll notice that you slowly descend. If you stabilize and crouch, you slowly descend as well, but just slightly slower. If you stabilize and mash crouch, you maintain your peak jump height the entire time when you're in the stabilize until you just fall at the end. Alright, see how I'm slowly falling even slower by crouching, and then mash crouch, I maintain my peak height until the very end of the stabilize where I just fall and lose it all. So, if you know that, mash crouch when you do these kinds of jumps, because it's going to keep you at your peak height, and you can fly farther at your peak height and ensure that you make that jump. Especially if you didn't quite reach it, you did it a little early and you can't quite reach it, you can match that crouch to just keep you out a little bit longer. And so there's that. And then another part of this jump was I did the thrust slide to get up here, right? You can get up to a lot of different heights, but notice, what I want you to notice is where I started it. I did it after falling off of a ledge. So the beauty of the thrust is as long as you don't slide to interrupt things, if you're at full speed and you don't slide, so you just let your character fall, time the thrust so that the moment you connect with the floor, you can slide like that, then you can do a thrust slide out of the air. So you jump, thrust, slide again. So as long as I don't slide in between, like if I slide here, then I can't do the thrust slide anymore out of the air. Like if I do a slide jump, then it's just going to be that. I can't do another slide. So you got to make sure you save the slide for here, and you can do it out of the air as well. So that could be useful if you want to thrust slide on a surface. This is kind of a stupid place to do it, but it's just an example of a surface that you can jump up to, thrust slide off of, right? And that might help you traverse the map more quickly. So there's that. You can thrust slide out of the air, knowing that you got to pop yourself up immediately. Jump back clamber. This is, in certain maps you can do this. Just know that it's a really quick tap back on the stick, and then jump, hold crouch to make sure you get jump height, and then clamber. So really quick tap on the left stick, like literally like immediate tap back jump, like just the fastest, lightest tap back on your left stick you can think of, and then jump after, and you'll get that clamber because it's right above you, so you don't have to move back much at all. And the game is pretty forgiving with this. Even if you kind of bump your head a little bit, you'll sometimes still make the clamber. So just getting the hang of that, doing that a bunch of times until you're good at it. And that's how you're going to complete the sequence. So it's thrust slide jump. I held crouch to make sure I had a higher jump. Sprint here. When I touch the floor, thrust slide. Touch the floor, thrust slide, jump, stabilize, crouch, mash, and mash the crouch, especially for this one, because I really need peak jump height so I can get that clamber and then throw nades at top catwalk, right? So that's a quick example of how to move like Shotzzy in this part of the map in Eden. Now, he might not do this exact movement, but these are things that he would do to get around the map here. So understanding this, understanding that you got to pop quickly out of your thrust slide and how to stabilize and crouch to maintain that, and then understanding that you can thrust slide as you touch the floor. These are all ways that you start to change up and improve your movement around the map. And keep that in mind next time moving around Eden, next time moving around Halo 5 Guardians. I got another video on the way to talk about things like YY, canceling your nade throws, and just more ways to move around more quickly in the next video, how to move like Shotzzy. Thanks guys for stopping by. I'm Shy, signing out. See you around.